Welcome to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are Wrestling Dorks. I am John, joined as always to my left by the talker of talking, Sam. Welcome to the show, sir. The Pythons are out.
That's right, baby, because the man is back.
That's nice. I like
Although
it.
I didn't watch it.
But that's all right. You didn't have to watch it to know things. And across from Sam, to my right, is the hater of nothing, J. Lucky Sunshine. Welcome.
I am the hater of something.
Oh, boy. Wait a second.
I figured out what I'm the hater of.
Do we want to guess first before?
No, I think she's the hater of everything, so
okay.
I'm not going to be surprised with this.
Okay.
I am the hater of something. I figured it out.
What are you the hater of?
Cold. I am freezing.
How? Help me out.
Literally before this fucking podcast.
I have a blanket on, and I am freezing. And a sweater. Now, granted, it's short sleeve, but it's a sweater.
Podcast, Twitch, whatever the fuck this is called. Before you came over here, he's like, I wonder if this is too cold for Jay Lucky. And I'm like, what is it? He's like, it's 74. I'm like, what world is that too cold for somebody?
74 degrees is not cold.
I bet you it's not 74 right now.
What?
It's not by this window, I can tell you that.
Sam's here to block the window.
He's not blocking it. How big
do
you think Sam is?
When she's 70, it's got to be 85 in your
Sam is
house.
not the size of the window.
Yeah, I'm close.
You are not.
You're not going to make it. You're going to die. They're going to find you dead
Just melted.
of heat exhaustion, and then she's going to be there in 80-some degree inside weather with like a blanket on.
All right, so we could do some kind of, if you want to change your nickname from the hater of nothing, we can just call you something to do with cold.
Stone Cold J Lucky.
Stone Cold J
That's
Lucky.
me. I'm cold.
Yeah. We won't say we won't say frigid J Lucky because that means something different. But she is definitely
she's cold and she's old.
And to his right, she's cold and old. It's J Lucky Sunshine.
It's pretty accurate.
And it's not
Cold
that
and
far.
I am
old
cold and I am old.
For some reason, doesn't like mold in her cheese.
He's just gonna rhyme a whole bunch of
Yeah,
old.
she doesn't like blue cheese.
I got old.
It's
things.
a terrible opinion of hers not to like blue cheese.
Yeah, I know.
Blue cheese is disgusting.
That is an incorrect.
Why do
statement.
I want moldy cheese?
Oh my god, because it's the best kind.
No.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's really
No.
good. I just had blue cheese dressing on a
No.
steak salad.
What about like gorgonzola?
No. Actually, I can't say I don't know if I've ever.
Well, no, I think
I probably wouldn't like
No,
it.
I think she's saying she has never really had it.
I never really had it. I did determine I don't like feta. I just
Feta
recently
is a
had feta,
different
and I
taste.
tried it.
Taste, but I still think
I tried it twice and I didn't
I
like
think
it.
maybe you have texture issues.
No.
Yeah, I think if you're all they're all similar in their texture in that they're like chunky, like.
Oh no, I don't mind chunky stuff.
Oh really? You know.
Wait a minute.
Well, what chunky stuff do you like?
I don't know.
And it better not be a chunky because those
Name
things are fucking terrible.
Name some chunky things.
The candy
If you
bar
say
chunky.
me, you're fucking
I
throwing
like
you out of
candy
here.
bars.
No, the chunky candy
I
bar.
like
the
chunky
worst
candy bar.
You can't. She likes the chunky. Yeah.
I didn't know you liked
I don't know. It's
chunkies.
been a long time since I had it. I assume I like
Remember
it.
when we went to CVS back in the day and I saw a chunky?
It's
and I
been
proclaimed-
years, so I don't know.
What is it? It's
I'm
just
just-
raisins and chocolate,
I don't know
right?
what it is. It's the worst fucking.
Isn't a chunky
it's not
just
a
raisins?
fucking
I believe
candy
so.
bar. Imagine going to somebody's house and they give you a chunky at Halloween.
Do you like Raisinets?
Egg in that? Oh, Raisinets are terrible.
Really?
Imagine if kids come to your house and you give them Raisinets and chunkies, you'll have no windows.
So you have chunkies? Oh wait, we got a
thing.
Yeah, we have. I'm sorry, I have the chat.
Inform the podcast audience. That,
So
again,
I
we're
would
live
like
on
to ask a
Twitch.
question of you two real quick from a viewer.
Well,
Oh.
you're not asking it.
No,
Who's
I'm not.
A viewer is.
Taco Maniac 444.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Question is, can I give you guys a dare?
Wait,
What the
why is it a question for us? You're probably involved too.
Yeah. Well,
It says, can I give you guys a dare?
Yeah.
yeah.
It probably involves you taking your shirt off.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What is it?
How do I? Oh,
So, anyways, this is week 2, our second attempt at doing a live Twitch feed. So, if you guys are watching us right now, we appreciate it very, 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 very much. You are on Twitch, catching us at twitch.tv/wrestling_dorks.
Yeah.
I hate that there's an underscore there, but it's there.
And if you're listening to this right now, you can go, even though you're not going to see the Twitch feed live, obviously,
Right.
there's a recording that you can watch while you're listening to us.
Absolutely.
Granted, right now, our Twitch content, I'll say, isn't great. The best part of Twitch is being able to do the live interaction because
Yep.
we're not actually
Yep.
filming for Twitch. Like, you can't see, more of me, even though there's a lot of me,
Right, absolutely. So, it's we're excited to be here for our second attempt at this.
Work in progress.
And while we're doing the Twitch feed, J Lucky Sunshine, the hater of nothing except for cold things, will be manning or womaning the chat, the live chat. So please feel free to send something in.
Well, I'm just going to address this real quick.
What?
So the dare, whoever you are, Taco Maniac.
It's probably something awful, I'm sure.
I don't think you know our backstory here. So, you can, if you dare me to make out with one of these guys, it's probably going to be this one right here.
This is great. So this is
it's already happening.
I told you this was going to end,
We knew it was going to happen.
I told you it's going to end going to
I'm just
a porn
saying,
chat.
but that's
porn chat threesome. I knew it was coming.
You called it last week.
But you need to know, this person probably doesn't know our backstory. If you listen to the podcast, you know a bit more of our backstory.
Actually, I didn't even know.
New Twitch people. This is good.
I don't know if we ever even went into that.
No, we've never.
You're just some
discussed
girl.
it ever.
Really?
Not really. Like
Well, yeah,
because
we've talked about what we've done for weekends and stuff.
Yeah, I guess true.
Yeah, but we didn't just
Maybe it's
say
more
our
assumed.
entire how we met.
I mean, we don't have to go through all that.
We're actually 3 adults that just met each other on the podcast.
I think
That's
they know
it.
we're fucking
We work
adults.
together. How about that?
Yeah.
We did work together.
We all
yes.
worked
At a
together.
wonderful
Now we all
place.
work separately.
Yeah. So anything else you want to... What was the answer? Were you answering that?
I was answering.
You're manning the
Taco
chat.
Maniac, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do I have to respond on here too?
No, you can.
No, he's
They're
wa-
obviously
yeah,
watching. If we're
Yes.
yes, the answer.
Wait, what?
If you're gonna man the chat, you need to talk to the people.
I did. I just talked to him.
Oh,
Taco
okay.
Maniac.
Up to the Taco Maniac.
Okay.
444.
However, I do like the name Taco Maniac, except I'm sure it means something gross.
But today is
Words
National
which I
Nacho
don't
Day.
say about girly parts,
Yeah.
but I'm more of a nacho maniac.
You would probably, yeah, you are definitely a nacho maniac. So, anyways, people, we are here to talk some wrestling this week, don't
Kind
we?
of.
Do we have to talk wrestling? We are the Wrestling Dorks, right?
We talked all last week about the Crown Jewel.
Yeah. So, leading up to Crown Jewel, here we go. How much of it did you watch there, buddy?
I watched 0 seconds of Crown Jewel, not one fucking second. I saw some stuff on Twitter. I'm a huge Hogan Mark fan, love him. So it hurt me not to watch Hogan, but he didn't do much. He was just basically there, for whatever. I like that you're writing on paper.
Would you fucking talk? You are supposed to talk while I give her notes.
Yeah, but it's all still on Twitch.
I understand that, but I'm not going to interrupt you to do this. But you're going to apparently interrupt yourself to do this.
Because I think it's funny and stupid. But anyway, so yeah, Hogan came back. That for me was probably the only part of Crown Jewel I really needed to see.
Right.
I don't know. To me, most people told me it was a waste of time to watch it. I didn't like A, that it was happening in Saudi Arabia, and B, I didn't like that. We were getting Shawn Michaels and Hogan on a show that wasn't even like a U.S. pay-per-view. So, fuck that. I read the show, 30 minutes, Paunch Brothers versus Old X, and both of them apparently got injured a little bit. Triple H tore a pec, probably because he's too old to be doing this shit, / he's all roided up, and that's what happens. You tear things like when Vince tore his quads. So yeah, that for me, that was Crown Jewel. I got some other stuff to cover later on, not totally Crown Jewel related, but yeah. So you watched Crown Jewel, right?
I watched just about all of it.
Even though you said you weren't going.
Well,
to.
here's the issue. I got home from ballet, and the kids really wanted to watch Crown Jewel. Like, they saved it. They saved it for me. So I pretty much, right? I mean, they refused to watch it until I got home, so we ended up, all weekend long, we watched like an hour at a time. Because we had to go to bed and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
we did end up watching the entire
love your
thing.
Saudi Arabian stuff.
I love it. I love it. And speaking of that, it was kind of funny that there were like luxury couches in the first couple rows. It's just really.
That was at the other show though too.
Yeah, but
it?
I feel like they showed it more at this one. So I don't know. It was just there was no doubting where it was being emanated from, but they never once said Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Even
you'd have to look up where the city was.
Yeah, absolutely. They showed it like one time. What is it? Ridia?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
How to pronounce it, but it was in Saudi Arabia, and they never once said Saudi. Even Hogan, when he was out there, he said, "It's great to be back here at Crown Jewel, brother." So, sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to fix the buzzing. To those of you who are watching on the Twitch feed, I think it's worse after he did whatever he did. So I'm getting notes from people who are watching. So I appreciate
there was
that.
buzzing last week. I wonder what was causing it.
I don't know. I'm working.
Is there
on it.
buzzing on? I wonder the podcast itself. Did we?
When I remember I did the test, there was no buzzing there. So
Yeah,
it
but I mean,
has
like
to be my
last
connection.
when you listened to the podcast, was there buzzing?
No, there was not buzzing on the actual pod. So that's what I'm saying. It has to be whatever's
Something
going into my
yeah.
phone.
Who knows?
So talk about a couple things. I'm again
Also
work in
talk
progress. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so just hate. This is hate in general. WWE, while they're making more money than ever right now, I was texting John earlier this week that I know so many people that have canceled their network subscription lately, and I'm talking hardcore lifetime fans. My friend George, around my age, lifetime fan, canceled the network. Asked him why. He said combination of the product sucking and Crown Jewel. Then I also have a friend, my good friend, longtime friend, former neighbor, Ryan. He canceled his network, I think, 6 months ago. Again, he was just not happy with the product, said didn't need it anymore. The network, it just, WWE wasn't, interesting to him. And this is what happens, I think, with anything, like, it happens with soap operas too. I know people are lifelong fans and sometimes fall out of it for a couple of years and they need a storyline to bring them back in, get caught up and everything. And maybe that's what WWE will do at some point, but I think a lot of longtime fans, are struggling overall with WWE. At least I am too. You said
it was tough.
Tell me about Dan. You said Dan canceled it. Did he not?
Yeah.
Did not a fellow wrestling dork cancel?
Fellow wrestling dork ended up canceling his subscription because of it. It could be the iPad. Sorry, I'm still trying to fix this buzzing that apparently is going on Twitch. So, which is bugging the hell out of me. But yeah, we know that the fourth man, Dan, canceled his network subscription. He's had it ever since it came out. Like literally, I think a week or the day it came out. He told me all about it and had to convince me to buy it. So
he's out.
And now he's out.
Some of our most hardcore wrestling fans, I'll say, these people we're talking about, I think, are probably 3 of the 5 most hardcore wrestling friends we have between us, and they're all off the network. So I think long term, that could be problematic for WWE if it keeps trending that way. Combination of them making some decisions that people don't like,
right,
and the product being poor, so to speak.
Well, and the product being poor, and you and I have even talked about it. Even the Wrestling Dorks ratings have been down, and I think it.
Blame WWE, brother.
I blame a lot of it on WWE. I mean, really, if there's backlash on the internet community about wrestling, about WWE,
right,
and most of our audience is the internet community, then, do you know what I mean? What did he say?
Computer.
It's not the computer. It has nothing to do.
Put it on. Why don't you open that chair and put it down, though?
I swear to you, it has nothing to do with the computer.
I blame Vinnie Mac. Not
For
the
buzzing. Oh. It's not the computer because it doesn't sound like that on the podcast. Like I can see on the sound wave that there's no buzzing.
Is he like texting you
Yeah,
like
man.
buzz,
You don't
buzz,
wanna try
buzz,
it
no
just to
buzz?
see?
No, because there's no buzzing
Okay.
here. I'm just telling you. I'm sorry, Pat. I know you're the one that's saying
No
the buzzing.
bagel, no bagel, no bagel.
No bagel. Let me do another fix here, Sam. You want to talk about? Why don't you talk about? Fuck, where's my notes? Oh, it's over here. Let's talk about Brock Lesnar winning the title. He beats fucking Braun Strowman after a cheap shot from Baron Corbin.
all bullshit.
But the whole thing is bullshit. She was
Such
pissed.
bullshit.
Why? Oh, because
Come on, why does he always have to win?
I was thinking about this while watching
He's not the best.
He is.
He
but
doesn't care.
He does.
He becomes
He
like
cares about money.
He becomes money. That's it.
Maybe we should care a little bit more about money.
These other guys are busting their freaking asses, and he gets to pop in whenever he feels like it, and he gets to win.
That's because he's a star.
know.
That's how it works.
But he's not. People are not happy that he won.
Well, he was billed as the heel.
Nobody,
He
you
was
could
the
tell
bad
people.
guy.
Nobody was cheering.
Oh, come on. It was in Saudi Arabia. This is the show where you were telling me that they introduced people like, he's a 9-time Intercontinental Champion. He's been to drug rehab 4 times. He is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Nobody knew who the fuck these guys were except for The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan. I think some of these fucking people, when Big Show came out, thought it was Andre the Giant.
Keep talking.
Fuck, I was looking for a reaction. I'm not good at this whole solo playing by myself the whole time. Christ almighty. So, so we were just talking about Brock. I was going to riff. I don't know where the fuck you want to go from here.
Braun should have won.
No, he should.
Yes.
No, because I think they need Braun Strowman to chase for the title.
Always?
No, what are they going to do with Braun once he gets the title? Maybe they're saying we want Braun to keep chasing, build up the anticipation. because they had it built up before, and then they had him lose the reins, and now maybe they're trying to rebuild the anticipation of him finally getting the title. So that's my thought on that. Maybe that's why Brock won. Plus, non-related, Brock Lesnar has a UFC title match against DC, Daniel Cormier, and Cormier said he wants Brock to bring the WWE title into the UFC ring. So Vince is probably like, oh, I'll get a little bit more free promotion. Brock's going to go into the octagon, the Brocktagon, holding the WWE title. And maybe he'll hold both titles at the same time, although I don't think he's going to beat DC.
It's all just sucks.
No, I love that you go into that whole thing and she just goes,
I have nothing. It does. It bothers me so much. I feel like it's stupid.
So you have a comment here.
I thought he was leaving the WWE. I thought he was like kick him out for a while. I know, but I thought he was going to like just...
He's not going to leave if they keep offering him like, hey, you want to wrestle 8 times a year and make 15 appearances? Yeah, sure. I'll take those paychecks. John has a note here that says, Shane is the best in the world, comma, rumor is this wasn't a last minute decision.
yeah.
So what do you mean? So you think that, I was reading stuff about this as well. Now you were saying, oh, maybe they did it because it doesn't mean anything. They're not going to ever reference it. Tell me about that. Okay, don't tell me about it. I'll tell you about it. So, and again, you count me because I really didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown because I was covering girls volleyball. Did they mention the Best in the World tournament on SmackDown this week?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't like you were saying when you were texting, like, oh, maybe it's just going to be, they're going to pretend this whole crown jewel didn't happen and the tournament didn't happen. Because remember last week on SmackDown, he said that if you lose the championship match, you're fired from the show. And what happened was, in the championship match, his representative got injured, and he came and took the place, and of course beat Dolph Ziggler because Shane McMahon is indeed the best in the world.
Got it.
What was it?
Who the fuck knows? Electricity. It was electricity, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah,
and I'm back.
Yeah.
All right, Sam. I'm sorry to put that pressure on you.
I know, out of nowhere too, and I'm getting like. You were in full Gen mode where if I said something and you couldn't respond to it because your brain was in another place.
I was trying to listen to that. No, don't give me shit.
It happens to everybody. It happens
give me
to
shit.
everybody, not just me.
I was trying to listen.
I like how you call it Gen mode.
It was Gen mode.
Gen mode!
Yes.
You guys are great. Can you check your text? I think we got a text. Why does your phone not light up when you get a text?
Just says better.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
know.
All right. Hey, you guys mentioned the Bellas. Tell what happened with the Bellas this week.
Oh
my God.
So, well, I thought you were.
Really
I thought you
teed
were.
it up there.
I
If
thought
you
you were.
guys-
I thought you were going to talk about you respond to Sam.
No,
what he was saying.
No, that's all over. It's
Oh.
not. Yeah.
Oh, he's
get
done.
back,
He's not
we'll
saying
get back
anything.
into it or something. But you guys brought up the
We
Bellas.
were just doing Brie mode, so
Yeah.
you know.
So my daughter dressed as Nikki Bella for Halloween, and I tweeted it out to her picture and tagged Nikki Bella in it, and she liked it.
Wait, just Nikki you tagged?
Well, Nikki and Brie, yes.
Okay.
They're-
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
it's like Nikki and
Yeah.
Brie. Like
Yeah.
they're
They have a
Brie.
together account.
Yes, they
the
do
same.
have a together account.
a
And
together account.
They liked
like
it.
having them at the
They
same
liked
time.
it,
Go ahead.
and they retweeted it. Well, then the other day, Nikki posted on Instagram, because now I follow her on Instagram.
That's
strictly
the gram for all you kids out there.
Strictly
Or
for
Insta.
Samantha, because I don't love her all that much.
Come
Here
on.
we go
How do you
again.
not love her
Here we
after
go
she's
again
got
with the hate.
Okay,
attention?
so I do appreciate the fact that she did that, and
For her
maybe she's
fans.
not as awful as I thought she was, because she did make Samantha very happy. So
Imagine if Nikki listens to this.
I know.
Goes out of her way.
No, I appreciate it. You know, people were like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a role model. Thank you for posting these pictures." I don't know about role model, but I do appreciate it. She made Samantha very happy.
So when you showed her, what did she say?
So on Instagram, she did like a photo collage of everybody who kind of like sent her Halloween pictures or tagged her and stuff. And maybe not everybody. There were only like few
She only
collages.
picked the best ones.
But she
The ones
did.
whose mothers hate her.
She did post a picture of Samantha from the front and from the back because the back showed like her hat that John made for her and stuff like that.
So my artwork basically.
His artwork was debuted.
sent out by
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah. So
You're finally putting all that hard work and art to
I'll
work.
tell you what. Yeah, I was telling.
But it
her-
was cool to see it
It
liked
was.
and retweeted. So
I was
even
telling.
if she has
I'm
people
sorry.
doing it for her, it makes me happy that she did it.
Maybe she did it. Why
She may
why
have
would you
done it.
assume that she
I
didn't
don't
do
know.
it?
I feel like sometimes people have people that just monitor their social
I think
activity.
some do, but I think theirs is legit. You're just questioning it because, you're disliked.
Because you're a hater.
Yeah.
I think I just sometimes don't have a trust in people. Sometimes.
Girl hate.
Wait a second. You don't trust people sometimes? You were the
Yeah,
most
wait a second,
trusting
yeah.
Okay.
person
Okay,
in the
I trust
world.
people, but for some reason, like celebrity, I don't know. I feel like they have people to do their things.
She'll trust old Italian men, but she won't trust fucking celebrities.
What's wrong with what's wrong with Italian men?
The thing is, I probably trust Italian men more than I trust.
I know you do, and this has been a problem in our
There's
life.
nothing wrong with Italian men. Just
Maybe
forget he
there's
said this.
one good one.
No,
Apparently.
there's plenty of.
Sam's like, wait a minute. I didn't say I was good. I'm just saying you can trust me.
Hey,
Yes.
all Italian on my mom's side. I trust. There's
Bellas are half
very
Italian.
Good,
by the
very
way.
good Italian.
Just so you
men.
know, they're half Italian.
And women.
Yeah, they look like it. Okay. So back to Crown Jewel. I'm sorry that I missed half the conversation. You were right. I was in a little bit of Gen mode, but honest to God,
It was tough for me. I didn't even fucking watch the show.
I was trying to listen to the thing on the thing,
Yeah,
so I couldn't
we
respond.
heard you.
So for those of you,
You awful fuck.
thank you again for watching. Please jump back into the chat and send us messages on the
we
chat.
probably lost Pink Taco guy.
I'm sure we lost some people. I
We're
apologize.
not making out though. It's not that kind of show.
Yeah.
We need to get ratings.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how low the ratings get.
We're talking about retooling this a little bit. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe Sam and John will make out later. Stay tuned.
Yes, actually, she's right. Maybe. Stay tuned. The big part was stay tuned. That's all I heard, and that's all I care
Depends,
about.
do we have that donation tip thing set up yet?
I should. I don't know.
No, you're just terrible. Because
I created the fucking page, and it says there's the donation/tip thing.
I wonder if Oak can tell us if he sees that. Because then people could be like, "Hey, I'll give Sam and John 50 tokens to make out." Which
Actually,
we would do it for 51, but not 50.
I probably even lost him. He's like
Your own brother is
My own
like,
brother.
"Fuck this show."
Pat, if you're still watching, are you watching on a phone or are you watching on a laptop? I think you have to watch on a laptop or like a PlayStation to donate. Because we're watching it on a...
Yeah, that wouldn't. I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, we won't be able to donate to ourselves, so we won't see it on an iPad.
All right, well then, anyone who's watching, playing right directly to the camera, which, remember last week we were saying I shouldn't? I think we should.
Yeah, but last week we weren't going to be like, you weren't like, "Arr," you weren't Mr. Sadface.
Yeah, we'll get into Mr. Sadface shortly. Holy shit. So, okay, what do we go through on Crown Jewel? We got Brock Lesnar. She's very excited. Brock Lesnar won.
Yes.
We determined that. Shane is the best in the world. We had a rumor. I did read rumors today. This was not a last-minute decision. That at least since the Roman Reigns thing, this was the plan. I mean, not Roman Reigns. John Cena backing out. That they made this into the plan. It wasn't like it was like at the last second. And that's from, I guess, Dave Meltzer, which he's pretty credible.
Meltzer here.
DX wins. Triple H tears his pec. Did you guys cover that?
Yes, I mentioned that.
Yes,
You mentioned
you
it.
did.
Yeah.
And Sean says that we're too old for this shit. The crowd was actually booing Shane McMahon winning
Blast you.
at that, and they were booing him
Thank you.
the next night on Raw when they brought it up, the tournament. So they brought up Shane winning.
Wait, the crowd booed at Saudi Arabia
Yeah.
when Shane won?
No, not.
I was going to say that would make
No,
any
they
sense.
booed at Raw and they booed again
Okay,
tonight on
okay.
SmackDown
That makes
when they were
sense,
talking
yeah.
about Shane winning. So I wanted to ask, do you think there's a heel turn coming for Shane at all? Did you guys talk about that? I'm sorry.
No, why? How the hell would we talk about that?
Because I wrote it down.
No, I only got to like.
Oh, okay. You were
yeah.
reading the notes?
No,
So.
I mean, I was looking at whatever the dumb shit you had written down.
Thank you very much. I did this while I was working on a...
He had to take charge. He did what he had to do.
He did all right.
Yeah, well, fuck, you threw it to me without any.
What-
And then you were
The problem with the live
not
feed,
able to
like
And then
normally
vanished.
in the old days, I could just hit the pause button and you can go like
Well,
take
that's the thing
dumps
with
and I could
Twitch.
fix things. Twitch is like it's unedited, uncut, unfiltered,
You stole that directly from WWE. Didn't they have a thing
And-
called that?
and it's raw too.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't know. All right, so one thing I wanted to bring up: the New Day rode a fucking magic carpet to the ring in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Is this just more Vince McMahon's racism? Like,
You thought that? I mean, obviously that was like cleared. It's not like Vince was going to do. I mean, it's stereotypical, but they obviously were like, no, that would be good. Do that. He had to clear everything. I'm sure that was done.
yeah, but somebody had to bring it up. Like, yes, it was cleared, but couldn't they have just come out to the ring?
Like they had to clear,
why didn't they just have him come out in a big magic lamp and pop out the top?
Like, I'm sure they had to clear like Renee Young's entire outfit too.
Yeah, remember I brought that up. That it's actually surprising she was at ringside.
Like a turtleneck kind of thing on.
Yeah, she had to be fully covered,
but she was right there at ringside.
Her
face
was
and her hair.
showing, yeah.
Yeah.
They saw blonde hair in Saudi Arabia, and I don't know what they thought. You know what I mean? Who knows? But
face action.
Face. Love the face. All right, moving on. Crown Jewel overall. Honestly, it was a decent show, but there was too much like whackness.
Wow, you're going decent. Everybody I talked to said waste of time.
It was decent because the matches were fun. Like the tournament, the matches were fun. They weren't overly long.
Well, they couldn't be, yeah.
Because we had to save time for the Paunch Bros.
Yeah, plus some of them were working multiple matches.
Yeah. But it was fun to watch that, and then whether you agree with it or not, the surprise of Shane McMahon winning, it still was a surprise and got people talking.
Positive JB is back, everybody.
We all can't be gloom and doom around here like you two.
Yeah, please. The king of gloom and doom, am I right?
The king of what? I am not the king of gloom and doom.
I don't know if I've ever been called anything about gloom and doom.
Yeah.
I might be the king of gloom and doom about the
People
future
call
of
me
the
sunshine.
show.
People call me sunshine, for goodness sake.
All right, you're not
here
gloom and doom.
are the fucking clouds.
And then I'm gloom and doom.
No, wait a second.
If I'm gloom and doom, what are you?
All right, I take back calling you gloom and doom. I was just trying to tell him. I'm just saying he's calling me gloom and doom, and all I am sad about is the future of the show.
I love Crown Jewel. It was the best show ever.
Did I say that?
It was pretty decent.
It was pretty decent.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure
AJ
opinion.
versus Joe was a good match. I mean,
Okay.
they put together some moves. They did some things. Stuff happened. I didn't like some of the muted crowd responses, like, in the U.S.
There were crowd responses?
There were some, but they weren't that, like, if it wasn't...
Oh, you don't mean muted as in, like, WWE when they mute the crowd?
No.
I mean, like, shitty responses.
I mean, like shitty responses.
Not loud. Okay.
Yeah, like, if it was a big spot, it wasn't, like...
Yeah. And
They got more of a response from, like, an entrance for Shawn Michaels than they did for, like, an awesome DDT that AJ did off the top rope.
people told me that the wrestlers seemed to lack energy as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
That a lot of them looked like, hey, we don't want to fucking be here.
I gotta tell you, I'm sticking to beer, drinking beer on the show. I don't like sipping through a straw by the mic. I don't know, it's something weird about, and now that I'm on camera, like, nom, 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 nom. Like, it just seems kind of...
Yeah, nom, nom, nom. Yeah,
You'd rather gulp out of a bottle.
I can turn to the side, but it feels weird to be like... So, are you going to play on your phone while we're doing Twitch?
Yeah, maybe
that's going to be your thing.
Maybe you could just be a man and not have a straw in your drink.
I guess I could.
Just go like this.
Actually, you've got a point.
I'm using a straw.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe the num 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 thing.
The straw is good for avoiding like the teeth.
Well,
that's what I like.
A mixed drink.
Yeah.
It's better with a straw. I'm putting that back in. Oh god, it's more delicious. All right, so Raw happened, and it was by far one of the most boring ass Raws in a long time. And again, this is why our ratings are down for the Wrestling Dorks. Every week, it's like, how did it get shittier? When did you fall asleep?
I don't even remember.
It was fucking early, I can tell you.
Early.
She had nachos in her belly, and she was out.
Well, I'm blaming nachos more than Vince.
Oh, come on.
Every fucking Monday night, you guys fucking eat 1,500 calories of nachos that just sit in your fucking gut and make you immediately want to go to sleep.
But we worked out that night.
Anyway, I fell asleep about an hour and 15 minutes into the show, but I also started watching
about
it.
The same time that I fell.
But I started watching it at 12 a.m., so it was like 1:15.
See, we started watching it at 8, and she fell asleep by 9:15.
Yeah.
So
okay, maybe it wasn't that early.
it was probably like 9:30 though. It was really early.
I'm thinking, how
I
about
feel like
instead
it
of
was closer to 10.
nachos on a Monday Night Raw, you eat something that isn't going to make you tired and sleepy?
Well, I don't want to do nachos on Tuesdays because there's no way we'd be up this late doing this podcast if we had nacho belly.
Oh, now have you ever thought about going a week sans nachos?
Ixnay on the and say. I can already feel like heat and hate over here. Actually, you know what? I have a witness here just in case something happens. What do you think about skipping nachos next week, honey?
Here we go.
No.
They don't call her the best color man in the business for nothing.
Nope.
Why?
Nope.
Why is that?
I like nachos. It's my guilty pleasure.
But it's the same guilty pleasure every
It's my
week.
guilty pleasure. I don't care.
This is what I'm up against.
I work
I'm
out
telling
hard
you,
Mondays. I want nachos.
I yet to believe this working out hard thing. I just don't believe it.
I do work out hard. Work out very hard.
But then you're going right back into the and I've seen Tuesday nachos. I've seen listen. I've seen people Raw chose, Smack chose, Evo chose. There's been Sunday, Monday, Tuesday nachos.
Oh, bullshit. Not in the same week.
Never in
no,
the same
don't
week.
give me that.
Let me tell you
One
this.
day a week.
Let me tell you this. I'm sure there's been weeks where there's been multiple nacho servings.
I don't think so.
There's probably been a Monday followed by a Sunday.
Maybe a Monday followed by a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that-
there will
yeah.
probably be like Survivor chose coming up in 2 weeks.
See, how's this for you though? Because if you're in the same boat where like, all right, I want to cheat a little bit. I'd want different things to cheat. Me personally.
Oh, absolutely.
I sometimes would be, I could really go for a cheeseburger, or I could go for X, Y, and Z. Like I don't always.
No,
yeah.
I've tried to do no nachos, and it just. First of all,
The best part was when you tried to do the no nachos, you did like the very closest thing to nachos.
Except they were disgusting.
And
Fajitas.
fajitas.
Yeah.
it was bad news bears. It turned out.
And to me, I don't know how it can be bad because essentially
He added that weird sauce in. Fajitas
yeah,
to me.
he's a seasoner. Yeah, I think.
No,
if
but
you
it
would've went out
wasn't.
with
No,
the
I think if he
seasoning-
would have just seasoned it rather than using like a sauce.
Look,
like
we went over this. I
vagina
sucked.
sauce?
I fucked it up that week, and I don't want to relive that. But let's
It's
just.
a low moment in your career.
It is a low moment in my chefing, and it's not going to happen again. It's just like no nachos is not going to happen again. It's just not going to happen. The only thing I can do is make the plates smaller. That's all I can do. I mean, there has to be
you can do it.
there has to be some combination of chip, cheese, meat, and beans in her face once a week, or it's going to be hell to pay.
And until that, I don't. It's
It's
gonna
a simple request.
And the thing about it,
It's
too,
not like
is
I'm asking for a
you guys
7-course meal.
are the New York City eaters. So you guys eat every night. It's like 8, 9, 10 o'clock. So when you eat that late too, on top of it, you're already tired probably when you're starting to eat, and then the food comes in. I think if I ate that late, I would probably never make it past 9:15.
You know what's funny? We ate early last night, and it was like 8:15.
Yeah,
like it was early for us because I didn't have to work ballet on a Monday for once. So yeah, it was a good time. Why don't you throw something in the chat there, Jay Lucky, and tell people to join in and talk to us and show them, because that'll pop up for them then.
Am I able to? Where does it ever show people that are watching?
I don't think it does. Does it?
It shows you the amount of followers.
Oh yeah. Let's.
All right, hold on. Let me
Oh,
just.
she's gonna figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
So Sam, we have new tag team champions.
Oh yes.
Talk to
I
us
saw
about
that.
your boys, the American.
The American of Apocalypse.
The Authors of Pain are our new tag champs. They beat Seth Rollins solo.
I like how you picked up this piece of paper. You're like, they beat Seth Rollins.
No, I don't know. I was just.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this was a way to get the title on them, not make Rollins look bad. He had to defend it against them by himself. Although, how many times have we seen like a top guy, solo guy, beat like the tag team champs by himself? Essentially,
Yeah.
like Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but I
done
guess
it.
they're saying that maybe Authors of Pain are that good. I
Even
mean,
though,
it
like-
builds them up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not totally sold on them. I think I'd feel better about them if Drake Maverick wasn't so weird. Like, I don't know what he does.
Well, apparently he's
They-
going to be in a match at SummerSlam. Or, God damn, I always say that. Survivor Series.
Drake Maverick.
Yeah.
Against-
It's Authors of Pain against The Bar and Big Show. From what I saw. They didn't say with Big Show at ringside.
Oh, okay.
They said The
Yeah, 'cause
Bar
they're doing
and Big
Raw
Show.
versus SmackDown.
Right.
And they're pairing off everything, which, again, is weird. But,
So I think he's going to be wrestling
I
unless
mean,
I
he
misread it.
can wrestle. I watched him wrestle in TNA as Rockstar Spud.
It's not TNA.
It was when he was in it.
Oh,
I
damn it.
believe you.
Okay.
Fuck. But yeah, Rockstar Spuds, Drake Maverick, whatever. I don't get what he brings to the table for AOP. That's why I don't get that. To me, they haven't shown anything of him like being buddy with Baron
Yeah.
Corbin, conniving in the back to like, get me this title match. I need this title match.
Right.
2-on-1, we'll take the titles. They just show him like holding up their arms, and I need them to say why AOP needs this little
Right.
guy, because obviously he's not the type of manager that's going to be able to make a huge difference, physically. They don't need that. They're already physically
Right, because we
imposing.
know what Leo Rush is for Bobby Lashley. We don't know what Drake Maverick is for the... Why do I keep saying American of Pain? That's not a thing. It'll never be a thing.
It could be.
The
I
Americans
think I
of
almost broke
Pain.
my back sitting here hunched for too long. I tried
Yeah,
to move.
you know what? I feel bad because I need to raise that
Yeah, I
mic
hit-
for you.
and
I'm sorry.
And that's why I like on the thing. I I'm like hunched, and I went to move, and I thought my back locked up, and I was like, uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs. No, I just the only reason I didn't raise it because I didn't want to have like boxes sitting here for the Twitch thing. So once we get into our new venue, I'll be getting you
I
a
can
third.
just pick it up. I'm sure. Like
You can do that if you want.
Brought to you
Talk
live.
to the people. Don't look at me. Look at them.
We're not. It's weird to go like this to turn to look.
Well,
we're not
then
set up.
turn
I'm
your
enjoying
body.
watching your stretching.
No.
I was
When,
just watching your tape.
when
delay.
we're fully set up for the Twitch and we're all going to be looking at the camera,
Right.
then I'll really turn it on.
We talked about this when we get to the new studio in a couple weeks.
That's being built currently.
Yep. We're going to have it where the three of us will be able to sit on one couch, face the TV and camera at the same time, and we'll be able to like watch like a
All of
pay-per-view
us on the
or
casting
something.
couch.
It happens.
Big things on the horizon.
That's a porn reference.
Yeah. Casting couch. Yeah.
Remember,
Still
she doesn't
making out.
she doesn't even know that there's a foot fetish.
Yeah.
Remember that
that's right.
she doesn't even know about that.
She's all innocent. Please.
Oh,
What happened?
no. Oh, there we are. We disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't know. Like, wait, what?
Did you look to see if anyone's watching? Did you find that yet? Or do you not want to report that 0 people are watching?
I might not want to report 0 people are watching.
Okay, thanks,
Do we
honey.
really have 0?
That's really...
Christ, I like to off myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind killing myself, too. I told you already on Sunday I was
No,
really
we don't have
depressed.
0. It tells you we have 3 viewers.
Oh.
Where?
Right there, you click on the screen and it tells you how many viewers are currently
Okay,
looking.
all right. So 3, that's
Christ
like our
almighty,
average.
I was ready to off myself
For the
like
first
you were
2
earlier
weeks.
today.
Dude. I won't go into deep details
Listen,
because
I don't know how to work
instructed-
this thing.
That's clear.
I was instructed by
Who put me
my...
in charge?
God damn it, the guy you want to make out with.
Please make out with me.
God knows what reason she wants to.
Because I make her nachos every week. If nothing else, doesn't that earn me at least one?
The maker of nachos.
The maker of nachos gets made out with at least once a week,
The
wouldn't you
wearer
think?
of shirts.
It's never that. Yeah.
Lots of
this
shirts.
fuck. I got home from work and I changed and I came out in just my t-shirt and I put on this shirt and he goes, "Boo."
Listen, people, I was losing my mind. We're here at his domicile, a place of being relaxed. He comes out, he has a shirt on, like a normal human being wearing a shirt, and then he puts on a second, like, long sleeve button down shirt, which to me makes no sense. Why would you put on more shirts at home? It's about being comfortable.
I'm comfortable
Damn
like
it.
this.
I
am
like this holding this mic up. And
do it then, yeah. I am much more comfortable in this than I would be in just a t-shirt in front of you people and in front of the people, especially in front of the people. There's no reason I need to be like globs just everywhere. It's just disgusting.
Why did you use the word globs?
Because there would be globs everywhere.
I feel like that's the grossest
Anything new in the
word.
chat there, Jay Lucky?
No.
Okay, great. Let's move on.
Don't worry. I would interrupt.
Thank you very much for interrupting. It's
Taco meat. The taco guy. where the hell
Taco
is-
Guy. Sorry, Taco Guy. If you want to watch us make out, you have to tune in to our pay-per-view special.
Remember, we could have made that as part of one of our Patreon onlys.
Don't bring up Patreon. Don't bring that up right now. We no longer have a Patreon page, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get one back soon, though.
We apologize to those that were giving us money.
Yes, we.
I don't know why you were, but we thank you.
What do you mean? Look, you're gonna kill my confidence. You can't.
That's easy
you
to
can't.
do.
You can't shit talk on the show. You are the show. We are the show. We can't shit on
That's
our
why
own
we
show.
suck. I'm the show. That's the problem.
No. We have followers.
We've got-
we have listeners. We have downloads. We've had numbers way higher than we have recently, and I directly blame the WWE product because we have not changed the
Product
show.
has sucked.
Have we changed the show in the last 6 months besides adding Jay Lucky?
Oh,
What, bro? No.
Oh, maybe it's me.
No, because our download.
Apparently-
There goes the
it's me.
makeout session, folks.
No, wait. I was getting to something.
Wow.
Our downloads went up when we added Jay Lucky, and ever since WWE started
Should that
getting
be my
shitty,
next poll?
ever
Do
since
you want Jay Lucky out?
I don't know why I try to talk.
Yeah,
What do you think, folks?
Ever
Jay Lucky
since
out.
WWE products started going way down, our numbers have dropped drastically. So to the point where we're thinking about retooling. If you're up for it, what do you think? What do you think? I want to know because we've texted, but like you're at work and stuff, and it's hard for me to get a full conversation.
It's tough.
out of you.
I mean, I like doing this. I enjoy it. I just don't know, hey, and this is just being, we're trying new things. Obviously, we're on Twitch. We're going to try to go more Twitch-centric and maybe down the road do some, live commentary of WWE events so you can watch WWE, have us up on the Twitch. and, hear our commentary while it's going on, while we're watching it in the background, but we want to make this work. We want to, be able to do more of this and be able to dedicate more time to it. But again, I wouldn't consider either of us in a strong enough position at this time to devote maybe the necessary time that it would need. And I just don't even know, even if we did devote the time, if it would work, just because we don't have a super strong backing. We're not paired up with a wrestling personality that's going to bring people to us in the first place.
Yep.
So who knows? I mean, mainly we started doing this for fun, just as a creative outlet.
Yeah.
We were working together at the time when we started it. How many years ago did we start this?
It was March of 16. So we're coming up on 3 years. So we're coming up on
3 years of doing this, which is probably longer than we thought it would last, for sure.
Yeah.
And I talk to people about that, and everybody I talk to thinks it's awesome, thinks it's cool, wish they did something like it, but they don't have the time. So, I can see, we're going to try to make this work. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But
yeah, I mean, this is by no means we're done. Or even looking for. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just thinking. My thought is, there are a lot of this type of show out there, and with us not having, as you said, backing from a wrestler or backing from a wrestling promotion, it's hard to stand out at all.
Right.
So if we want to bring the audience back to us like we had over the summer when our downloads were, I would say, 100 times more than they are today,
that would be nice.
You know what I mean? I think we need to switch things up, and we're going to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it live on the air about some of our ideas or anything, but what I want to say is if anybody who's listening or watching, send us any ideas that you have. If you've ever wanted to start a podcast and you're like, oh, I have an idea for a show or a special or something like that, we'll listen to any ideas. Jay Lucky, if you have ideas, throw us an idea. You know what I mean?
I have
I'll
some
throw
ideas.
Yeah, and I threw you an idea today, and you kind of scoffed at it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it. See, I think it's.
So send us messages, emails.
Yeah, you can send us emails.
I'll tell you it sucks probably then, too.
Yeah, tappedouttgp@gmail.com. That's where ideas and Jay Lucky's mail sack, all that stuff goes at the same time. Just send anything there. Join us on Twitch every Tuesday night. We're going to be here. We're still doing the show. So please send us ideas in the chat.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a late start tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of whack. I mean, Sam made us have a late start, but
hey, I actually get paid to do that.
His paying job was holding us up, so I understand. And I worked till 9 tonight too, so I held us up too. So, anyways, let's move on. Enough about how much we suck, because we do not suck. WWE sucks, which is causing our numbers to go down. Right, sir?
Yeah, apparently that's
Sam,
the problem.
I think you should just talk with your right hand.
I was going to say that too.
You block your face a lot.
You block your face a lot because you do this a lot.
I'm watching you, and all I see is this.
Yeah, that's why I don't want people to see my face. That's what I'm saying. Well, that's because this. I mean, like I said before, this broadcast isn't set up for Twitch.
Yeah, we're not.
My profile is not an attractive thing to look at.
Mine neither. I keep trying to angle myself.
Yeah, you could turn yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I could.
Although it makes for a very odd conversation when I'm not looking at you.
And again, the mic is the problem. Like if you start.
You can pick yours up and move it.
I mean, I'm fine. I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
Yeah. Notice I'm the only person here that doesn't have a normal microphone set up with it at mouth level, so I have to hunch over. And I already hunched to begin with, so it's not good for my back. It's causing me to shrink prematurely.
So can you see it on there now? How does he look? You're watching
you
it.
look amazing.
See, she says you look amazing.
She's blind.
Well, clearly she's blind. Look at me. Okay, so we got a couple things to blow through here. We started our Survivor Series build-up. I said Survivor Series and not SummerSlam.
Impressive.
Yeah.
There's 2 S's there.
So we're gonna have a couple 5-on-5 matches, men's and women's. Some of the teams have already been completely determined. SmackDown's team is going to be Miz, Daniel Bryan, Joe, Jeff Hardy, and Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon is on another SmackDown team. I mean, is this indicative of how few stars there are on SmackDown, or is it just another McMahon ego trip bullshit? Are you breathing directly into the mic, or are you?
No, I just have my mouth on.
Oh, okay.
See, that would get us ratings.
Watch the views go blink.
Yeah, we up to 5 or 6 viewers yet?
Yeah. Can you check it for us? Did we lose some?
Nope.
Okay, we're good. All right. So yeah, I mean, there's that. We're gonna have Brock versus AJ. 2, because we had that last year. It was a great match. Remember that was a...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be another...
I'll watch Survivor Series. It's in the good
because
old
it's in America.
USA.
See,
USA.
He's ridiculous. Why? I thought it was because it was on a Friday at noon,
That
not
too.
because of the country.
It's going to be on Sunday night. That's when pay-per-views are supposed to be.
So if the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view was on a Sunday night, do you think
and we
he
had
would have
nothing
watched
else
it?
to do, possibly.
He would not have
and there
watched
wasn't
it. He wouldn't have watched it. You'd have been like, Tom Brady, I got to watch him.
I would have watched it. Packers,
Tom Brady?
Packers, Patriots over that any day. But I mean, you're the guy that said you weren't going to watch, and then you watched. So you're not a man of your word. So
I have to go back on it. I didn't. What do you want me to do? The kids want me to fucking watch it. I'm not going to be like, I have a show and I have to be strong.
Hey, listen.
You
keep bending over backward for those kids. I'll tell you what, they'll run the roost. They're going to say, GP, go out in a snowstorm and drive and get us
Make me
McDonald's.
nachos every Monday night.
I watched like 2 matches.
Yeah, you fell asleep.
Now
I was doing laundry, dishes.
That's
And
a
then
good woman
I-
right there. That's the way it is. You can't watch wrestling till them dishes are done. That's the way I laid it down
I
like
don't
that.
think you did.
Yeah, you laid it down.
I laid it down. Come on, I laid it down. I don't like that people can see the actual faces now. We're gonna have Rollins versus Shinsuke, which is probably the meh match of the night, which is sad because those are 2 good performers. But I just think the excitement level for Shinsuke is so low at this point.
Well, I mean, plus they're throwing all these matches like artificially together because you're the champ on this show. So now we know we're going to have these matches that don't really affect storylines going forward. And didn't they say it was like, and is this going to be the one time a year?
They've been saying it for a week now. The only time of year.
But didn't they promote another pay-per-view as the only time that they go get? Wasn't Clash of Champions or something?
No. But it's not the only time of year that they go. But because of Royal Rumbles and Crown Jewels and things like that, they do go head to head. But this is billed as that pay-per-view, so whatever. I actually think it's cool because it's at least this pay-per-view is different than other pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference between like Backlash, Fastlane, you know what I mean?
Those
Extreme Rules,
pay-per-views,
right? But I mean, they're all the same thing. At least Survivor Series, this is its niche. You know, Royal Rumble has the match, Mania is the big one. Now it's called SummerSlam Survivor Series. That's it. I'm done. We're gonna have AOP versus The Bar. We talked about that, and Becky versus Ronda, which is one of the most intriguing matches. Becky's clearly gonna lose, right? I mean, you can't have Ronda Rousey lose, although it wouldn't be a title loss. So maybe.
Right. Who knows? I mean, that'll be interesting to see where they go with it. Becky's on a run. She's now the man.
You like it?
I mean, I like that she's like called herself the man. I thought it was different. Again, I said earlier.
I just like
tonight
she
when we were
responds
watching.
to all the Twitter comments. Like, I think it's hilarious. She cracks me up. Like,
Yeah,
I just
she's been going at it like hardcore
with everybody.
But I mean, hey, she's trying to run with this thing and become a bigger star. So kudos to her. I still think she's not going to get the biggest women's match of Mania. I still think it's going to end up being Charlotte Ronda.
You
Mania
think? Maybe that's why they're
and
doing
maybe
Becky.
that could possibly main event WrestleMania.
It's very possible. I mean, Ronda Rousey, especially if like Roman Reigns isn't around, there's a chance now Triple H won't be for that Batista match that we've been talking about. If he tore his pectoral.
Yeah, I looked. They said most of the time you would be back, but I mean he's old as
He's
dirt.
old. He's not old as dirt. He's the youngest man in that match. Isn't it crazy to think that
that's true. I mean, it's crazy to think that they had the whole evolution thing just to start the build for Batista Triple H, and then Triple H tears his pec. But you got to, again, I mean, you're not wrestling. You're not probably the best shape to be doing it, and you know you've roided up throughout your life, so that shit happens.
Shit does happen.
I was trolling through Twitter here looking for wrestling stuff, and Rusev tweeted out something tonight. He said, interesting, I beat Bryan and Miz, and yet they are captains, and I can't even make the roster. Not even a qualifying match. So Rusev not happy about not being included on the Survivor Series team. And I saw an earlier tweet today I wanted to mention. So Hulk mentioned
Hogan,
about
I was gonna say,
how
I
he
thought.
had said, you know, he needs to trim down because he's looking so big that he could beat up all the current WWE superstars. And Rusev responded, and I mean, I wasn't in the room with Hulk when he read the tweet, obviously, but I could see Hulk's brain from a mile away churning.
Look at the hearts over his eyes.
Brother, if I could get one more match in his head, he'd say, well, I could get Rusev at Mania in one more match. Like, he's trying to think of, like, how can I make, like, this hip and knee that I don't have, like, and I don't know how you could do it, because, like, you can't, the big leg, that's impact on, like, your leg or whatever, but
he would take the impact.
I think he would, and he probably shouldn't, and the match would probably be really bad, And I'm like, fuck, he'd probably definitely beat Rusev because he's Hogan, and he probably still would say he's not going to lose to a guy 30 years younger. And the best comment of the whole thing, though, was that basically said Lana would leave with him.
Yes, he did. He said, watch out because you'll lose your woman or something like that. It was pretty damn good.
And a little playback to when Miss Elizabeth and Hogan.
Would you be excited for a Rusev and Hogan match at WrestleMania?
I don't know. He can't really get around too well. I feel like it would.
Come on, give me a break.
You and Hogan are about the same age. What do you mean?
Wowzers.
I'm not that old.
Wowzers. All right, so a couple other quick things. There's going to be a big tag team elimination match. They announced it at Survivor Series, which is probably going to be a pre-show match.
Gobbledygook match.
Yeah,
a whole
that
bunch of teams thrown in because they got
I think it's like a 4-on-4, like 4 teams versus 4 teams. So it's going to be a thing. Tonight we had the Nikki Cross debut on SmackDown Live, which is people have been clamoring for it for a long time.
Oh, clamoring, nice word.
Yeah, they were clamoring for it since her run on NXT has pretty much gone as far as it can go. She came out with Sanity tonight, and she took on Becky Lynch and promptly lost her first match.
Oh, I mean, dude, she's taking on the hottest.
But I'm saying, like, do you think it was good? Would you rather her do that debut against the champ and lose, or debut against, like, Jay Lucky and squash?
You saw the match. You saw the match. So
I hate those against nobody matches.
Did she get in offense?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then,
yeah.
And she's going against the hottest thing going. So,
So you'd rather that than a squash debut?
Who's she going to squash?
Well, I'm saying Jay Lucky.
Yo, AJ from Philly.
Oh.
Wait, what the hell's going on?
What's going on?
AJ from Philly said yo, so I'm just saying yo.
Oh.
I told you I was just going to interrupt.
I know.
I mean, you need to,
I did put the note. I said if something comes up that you want to address, just jump in. Because
okay.
she's addressing the chat.
Just chiming in.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, AJ from Philly. So anyways. Yeah, so you think that that's better than Nikki Cross was against the champ?
Apparently I'm blind.
It probably is.
It's not from Philly, but...
Wait, she has to hold it up to her face.
Oh, you're not old.
Yeah.
Get your readers out.
Well, it's an emoji, but because it's like...
It's not an eggplant, is it?
No.
Is it a honey pot? I use honey pot.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm talking about something different.
Oh. So you don't use honey pot?
No, I'm saying forget it. You fucking...
Would you use honey pot?
No, I'm not saying... no, I'm not going to send a honey pot.
What would you use?
For what?
I don't want to say the word.
Oh my God! Our audience is gonna think you're fucking who are you?
What are you trying to get him to say?
Obviously, I'm with referencing eggplant. I'm talking about a dick. All right.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Why an eggplant isn't referencing a fucking vagina?
I just thought vagina, honey pot. So okay. Anyways, it's not that kind of show, right?
No,
we don't talk about.
Not. Yeah, we don't even say the word. It's no special place.
No special place.
So now that you have children in your lives, what do you reference these things as? What are you?
I do not talk about those things. They're not my kids. I don't
matter.
talk about
At some point, children talk, and there's talks.
I don't know. She calls them the actual anatomical.
Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
With the kids, you know what I mean? Not with me.
Johnny, take out your wee-wee.
Why would she say Johnny? That would be the worst.
Like a kid.
That would be the worst. She doesn't say Johnny, take out your wee-wee. My God. What's the matter with you?
So wait, why can't there be a fetish for somebody that likes to be talked to like they're...
There is.
I'm sure there are.
There's endless amounts of fetishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have to go through and teach you about these things?
We should have an episode where we just Google all of them
them.
and tell you what all of them are.
Just
it's
explain them.
I'm sure there's a
I'm
cheese
down.
fetish.
There probably is.
I might have it.
I think
you might
do.
have it.
It's okay. Well, I pretty much covered all the wrestling I need to cover. What else we got going on, Sam? Anything recently happening in the world of wrestling or in the world of Sam Cavallari? Oh, I said your last name. I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam.
Cam Cavallari.
Sam Lasagna. Manicotti?
No, just a lot of sports right now I'm covering. Staying busy. Got a birthday coming up, so gonna be old.
When is that?
Too soon.
When
Less than 2 weeks away.
Do you know when it is?
At least he's not going to be as old as me.
Nah, I never will.
That's true.
Unless you die before me, then I could catch you.
True. That could happen.
Yeah, that'd suck.
She does have a heart condition, so.
Maybe I'll try and scare her like that. Oh wait, did it to myself.
Oh Jesus!
You shook the table.
No, that wasn't shaking the table.
You had to, because this thing fell over.
That
It
was
hasn't
after
moved-
that.
It hasn't moved the
I
whole
didn't touch
time.
it.
Watch the feed and see what happens.
What do you
Was
think?
It him?
I scared it? It was you. You fucking jumped. And it was like a late scare.
She's gonna watch it on the
Hold on, I'm gonna
replay.
play it in a
We'll have
second.
to watch that then. But if we just short it out, it's because there's
Oh my God.
vodka and Pepsi.
Was
on
it you?
there.
You know what? It wasn't even me. It was even after I moved. So was it you? Did you do anything under the table?
Under the table. The only thing.
have
I
to
scared
rewind
the
this.
screen. But yeah, so
Did it get on your phone? Are you okay?
You can take it on my phone.
you should have a case on that.
You lost
I have
your.
part of a case.
Here, you can have my straw.
Look at that. So worried. He handed off his straw. Oh, he's
Oh, I'm
empty.
out. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
out.
Yeah, so that's all I got really going on.
My blanket.
Yeah, same here.
Working.
We don't have much either. I'm moving. I
Yeah.
got 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
It's happening.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
real.
It is happening. I called and canceled my Comcast.
It's a good thing I have a blanket.
I changed my address to the post office as of December 1st. Yeah, so new recording studio, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, I have ideas for the Twitch studio, and I don't even want to tell them about it. I want it to be a surprise. I'll tell you about it, but I have some
Yeah,
ideas.
thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I have ideas for the Twitch studio, and like I said, we're going to be able to watch pay-per-views. We can watch Raw. We can watch SmackDown. We can watch Saturday Night Shotgun Saturday night. We can watch that if we want.
I can't wait till you guys are full time living together.
You know, it's not going to be that different. It really won't because we still don't have the kids full time.
Right, but
You want to keep that away from my drink?
you have some buffer. Not real. I mean, I know you guys spend but you still have that I left and went home to take a shower.
Right,
Or,
right. No, you're
you
right.
know,
When she's ginning around, now I just assume she's actually getting shit done. But now I'll be able to see that she's just sitting on her couch looking for more guys besides me.
Right, she's probably on Bumble or something.
Yeah. I mean, trying to find a replacement JB,
Yeah.
which is easy, by the way.
I mean, there'd be a line, but they're probably better qualifications. Anyway, I'm interested to see how everything's go because I think you do have a little bit of a Felix and Oscar dynamic that's going to happen.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like I said, if we lived together, we'd have the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I think you're more of the super. Wait, who? I forget which one was Felix and which was Oscar.
I don't-
Was Felix the super?
We could say that he
tidy-
is just to move this along. Yeah, we could.
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it could be an interesting dynamic. I feel like
will
you're way more structured than she is.
Oh, very
and
much.
I'm closer to Jen than I am to you. I'm not to the point where an hour is 6 hours. An hour for me is 2, but
An hour for me is 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting.
As long as I can I'm telling you, as long as I can have my little space in the new recording studio, I think I'm going to be fine because that can be my getaway spot. If it's madness or there's 26,000
shed.
things going on. Yeah, it's the shed. I don't want to call it man cave because I hate that term, but just that little area that I can be like, you know what? I hear something going on in the basement. Let me go check it out. You know what I mean? Something like that.
And then they come downstairs and you've hung yourself on one of the pipes. I'm like, that's kind of funny.
But I didn't tell you this. I have a week off work. Both
What?
jobs. Yeah.
When?
Well, my work.
You're like, I've been fired.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. It finally happened. They caught on to me. We have off Black Friday as a paid holiday through my work. Yeah. They announced it last week.
I was about to say you don't complain about that place at all.
I
but
never complain about
You never
it.
complain about it, but that sounds like an amazing word to give up. Black Friday's not a holiday.
Yeah, they're giving us a paid
So you
holiday.
have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, paid.
And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because I took.
Okay.
But yes,
Sweet.
I took off. So I'll have off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, it looks like I have right now. I put in to take Black Friday off as one of my days.
Hey, look at that. All three of us.
I might only take a half. It depends if Jim comes home or not from Texas. But yeah, well, look at that. Black Friday off.
Yeah. So my plan is that week, obviously, I'm going to do Thanksgiving and shit. But then, that week is going to be, moving shit, painting bedrooms, getting everything done so that by the time I go back to work Thursday, I don't live here anymore. So that's the plan. And Jay Lucky, are you excited? Now that I've got you live in front of the audience, what are you thinking there? You think it's going to be okay?
It'll be okay.
Okay. Sam will come visit us and be like, well, I told you.
These relationship killers.
January 2nd, I'm going to be calling Sam. So you looking to get an apartment soon, buddy?
Because I'm out.
I'm out.
January 2nd, so did you guys at this fine establishment have off Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve too?
There's been talk that we might have off Christmas Eve because it's a Monday this year.
Yeah, we do have off. That's like the only one of the very good things about my job is that we have off Christmas Eve, which at other places I work we didn't. Now we don't have off New Year's Eve or get out early for it, which sucks, but we do have off Christmas Eve, which is nice.
We have big New Year's Eve plans this year.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, we're going
You
to
guys are
the most
living it
expensive fucking place in town because we're millionaires, apparently.
Berks
So-
County, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're literally going to be on top of the world that night, and it's going to be expensive as shit. But
ARP City.
it's already paid for. It's
gonna be fun.
And it's all inclusive,
I'm sure it'll be
drinks
fun.
and food and
Yeah.
dancing, and there's black tie and stuff, so got to go get myself a new dress. It's going to be kind of nice.
You would probably.
I probably would. All right, let's end this
Put a
shit.
bow on this.
Yeah, let's tie a bow on it.
You know what we're missing too? I mean, we haven't had a mailbag question. We need mailbag questions.
We do need we need more interaction.
Trivia.
The chat didn't seem to be too hot. Yeah, well, the segments are
challenge.
the segments are going to come back. I've been really concentrating on making this work, and like you saw even tonight. What in the fuck? Turn
fucking
it,
talk.
turn it. Yeah, I know, but
care.
you're driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, just walk,
Driving
ignore
him
it.
crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. Get used to that.
Yeah. What are you doing? Why are you
I'm
playing
such a
with
terrible
that? Why
person.
are you fidgeting? What is that? What is that? What are you doing?
Wow, we're up to 4 fucking viewers. I wonder if that was AJ from Philly. Wow, he put a lot of different emojis. So he has,
did
let's
he
see
put?
here.
Yeah. that
Different
was-
people's faces. I didn't know. One of them, it looks like an Asian girl possibly enjoying things.
Yes.
Oh, is
And
this
then,
why you didn't bring it up?
and then there was some weird guy smiling. But yeah,
All right,
So-
cool. We like the interaction, so
5 viewers.
there
This
you
is see when you have me on. I'm constantly telling you how
I
many
know.
viewers are. 'cause
She's too busy
I
throwing
constantly-
Pepsi
All
everywhere.
right, listen, but Sam didn't talk to anybody last week. So
That's
just
true.
so you know, at least the
Refresh.
people that commented, I could respond.
Let's do some plugs here. All right, so check us out.
By the way,
What?
with the make out there was to gain a follower. He said he would give us a follow.
Oh, that's almost worth it.
Yeah,
I wonder if he's still watching.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. It's a post-credits scene, so just hang on to the end. Speaking of credits, we've got follow us at Wrestling Dorks on Twitter. Go on to Facebook and look up Wrestling Dorks. Tapped Out Pod on Twitter. Follow him at The Real SCAV for thrilling girls volleyball action. Follow her at J Lucky Sunshine for thrilling Nikki Bella pictures. We no longer have a Patreon, at least not for now. So you still catch the audio of the show.
Any questions?
Yes, catch the audio of the show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher,
Sure,
Google Play.
AJ from Philly and Taco Maniac will send you some questions.
It drops every Thursday at noon. But the big one, you can catch us, if you're not already watching us, twitch.tv/wrestling_dorks, and you can catch the replay of the video at that same channel. So if you go on and follow us, you can sign up for notifications and be notified on your phone as soon as we go live. Bing! HQ Trivia tells you we're live now. Imagine a thing coming up and saying the Wrestling Dorks are live right now.
And then the person just ignores it.
Why the fuck? Would you stop shitting
Like-
on our show? No wonder we have no
I
listeners or
I
followers.
ignore HQ now 94% of the time, except for when you send me a message once in a while, the fuck wants me to play.
We actually got to use one of those erasers the other night.
Oh yeah, the new thing.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
We sucked, but we still got to use it. It was nice.
And Jay Lucky is still the only winner
The
that
only
we know.
one of the three of us who won anything. And
$2.97.
Did you cash it out?
No.
she's grown that
I'm waiting
interest.
till I grow it.
Or they go bankrupt and you can't get your $2.97. Like the time we got that gift card that we never used
Oh yeah, what was that?
that we
from?
won in trivia.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
won trivia one week
Yeah.
and then they shut down like 2 weeks
And
later.
since that trivia's gone away, we don't. This team doesn't play together
We
anymore.
don't. I know.
Now
Yeah.
you guys play without me, and you're terrible.
We really want to go down to Ephrata soon. You need to stop fucking throwing darts on Monday night.
No, yeah, I won't. But I went down to that awful trivia with you once, and it didn't happen.
Yeah. Why is darts all year long?
No, it's not. It's
Well,
not
then
all
make it
over the top.
stop.
It's only 30 weeks. You didn't invite me the other 20-some weeks.
Well, when do these 20 weeks come up? When do they happen?
It's in April till through September. So that's not happening for a while.
Oh, you mean you play?
I don't play
October
April through
through
September. Yeah.
They're fine without you. Can't you pre-dart, like you pre-bowl?
No, there's none
You
of
can't
that.
just pre-dart.
I went down, folks, to this.
This was one
dart
time,
competition
like 20 years
and-
ago.
Not 20 years ago, and he's like, "Come down." So I make the trip down to the terrible town of Ephrata, and guess what? There was no trivia. This guy didn't even check to see if they were having it. It's a podunk town. Things get canceled.
it looks like it happens every week, and it's it's the best one. It goes till 12:30 though. You'd probably be in sleepy land by then.
Who's the people that were out at 9:15 this week? I was up to 1:15.
Well, once you're on the couch, you know what I mean? If you have a hand on a boob, you're going to fall asleep. I fell asleep real quick too, by the way.
If I have a hand on a boob, I ain't falling asleep.
Really?
No.
Oh no, that's like nice.
That's not soothing to me. That's got other thoughts.
Well, what if the boob owner is asleep as well?
Well, then that sounds like you've got another problem. Cupping a feel about women that are asleep, eh?
But she
There
falls.
goes your political run.
Okay.
I don't think there's any way you can twist this to make it sound good.
Twist it.
he twisted-
Boobs we're talking about it.
He twisted the good thing that I do. I assume it's good, and turn it into a bad thing. It's not. Fuck! I'm so tired of being the butt of all jokes. All right, did I catch all? Did I do all the plugs? Did I do everything that we need to do this week?
I think you did.
Well, thank you for listening to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. J. Lucky's Pepsi is still sitting there. She has decided not to wipe it up at all.
And Felix and Oscar.
No, that was not a phobia thing. That was just
There's still ice on the carpet, too.
that was just a making a comment. Yeah, in 3 weeks this carpet, I give no fucks. I will be soon if we don't get out of here. I'll be pissing my pants. My chair's already wet from swamp air anyway, so I'm going to pee my pants. Anyways, thank you for listening to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We will catch you next Tuesday night.
Later.
See ya.
Can you have a second sign off you were going to do? I don't know, All right, anyways, goodbye.